You're muted when.
I finally remembered to log into Zoom. One of these days I'll remember to do that before I start the meeting rather than after. So it's April 6th, development staff meeting for Growth ModelOps and Secure. So bringing up the notes here. So a couple of news and events is we've got two discretionary bonuses. Neither of whom are the people here, but I'm going to skim through them anyway. So congrats to Mark for a discretionary bonus. He was nominated for embodying the values of collaboration, transparency, and results in terms of leading his team since the beginning of vulnerability research and creating a great environment. I'm not going to read all the details here, but good stuff there. And also congratulations to Mon for a discretionary bonus for collaboration, results, efficiency, and diversity. She was nominated for making sure that our team members in Ukraine and Russia and elsewhere were very well supported as they needed to be. So great stuff there. Also, another announcement by way of Farnoosh is that she's looking on for additional people to come as guest speakers in product team meetings. So if you're interested in telling the product team overall what you do and get feedback from them and ask them for ideas, feel free to sign up. Now, in terms of big rocks and hot items, Mon's got the first item and she's not here. So does somebody want to verbalize that for her?
I'll take that. So we've enabled reviewer recommender for beta testing on GitLab org and the handbook. We'd love it if the teams could help with two things: feedback. The bot message is updated to add a link to the feedback issue, and that Mon's provided that link there as well. And the review process. We want to further understand the review psychology for different teams. Filling in this survey would help. And thanks to Tiago and Seth for the feedback so far.
That is, congrats on the big milestone. We've been working towards this for quite a while. And a question I'll tag Mon in it so she sees it later is, did we break the handbook in this iteration? I saw some feedback that handbook updates might be blocked in certain areas. We might need to roll back the handbook one in particular while we fix, but I'm sure Mon's going to see that as she's coming in this morning. And I think Alexander may have already looked at it, but. So in terms of the open forum.
Did you have more details on that? Why did you think it was breaking the handbook?
I saw a Slack message earlier today when working on the go live of Arcos Labs. And then I cannot find it anymore because I started looking for it 6 hours later. My mind was on that other thing. I think they would have rolled it back by now if it was actually blocking things. It may have been a temporary problem, but I think they tagged Mon in it, but not me, but I caught it. So I'm sure she's going to take a look. But if you want to see if handbook updates are blocked, Phil, that would be great. I don't think they are, but it was something around the environments. Like it was working in prod, but not pre-prod somehow, because like the pre-prod access to reviewer recommender was not, didn't have access to reviewer recommender. So it worked in production, but not pre-production. It was something along those lines. And I think what they may have done is disable it in the non-prod environments temporarily, perhaps, but we'll see. So it was noted to me that I didn't catch a direct report of a manager being the nominator for a discretionary bonus for their manager. Nobody caught this, in fact, including me in the approval process for discretionary bonuses, and they shouldn't be approved that way. So instead, in the future, just keep this in mind. Perhaps the manager of the nominee should recreate the nomination so that the manager of a person shouldn't, direct reports do not nominate their managers. And it's actually in the handbook, it says that. So just keep an eye on that. And it's not something they should be denied, just means that maybe somebody else should pick up that baton in order to do the nomination, if they agree, and maybe put it in their own words. Olivier, it looks like you have a comment.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's always up to the manager of the nominated person to create the request. So someone wants to nominate someone, they go to their manager and let them know, and this person will create the request in Bamboo.
That's actually how it used to be. It's not how it is anymore.
Huh.
Anybody
people-
can nominate anyone. And then the message from the nominator goes to that person's manager to approve.
Okay. Yeah, so indeed in that process, well, that's a good idea. I'll speak to my
Yeah.
reports.
No, it's good to note that, Olivia. Again, not a big deal. I just figured I'd note it. And it's not just me that didn't catch that. Other people didn't for both this nomination, and it was noted from other ones too. So, and it didn't get rejected because of this reason. Just something to note. Seth, looks like you have the next item.
Neil, I think, has been organizing our SEC team day. We're a little light on participation right now, but there's some events on the calendar. So take a look at the secure calendar, and there's some events in various time zones.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And Neil, we
I had
skipped
a
over
question
your
on
comment about the previous item. Sorry.
I apologize. No, I was typing it as Seth started, so that was my bad. I'm curious if we have data. I guess that I don't even know what to say. But where somebody nominates their manager, how often that occurs. If we possibly have data, I'd be interested. It seems like something we should probably
I think it's
wanna-
rare, but not zero. Like I'm going to guess less than 5%, but definitely more than 0%.
Me too, because I've never heard of such a thing, but I think it's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, and then the last item on our agenda is I recognize, so Australia, New Zealand, I guess, and it applies elsewhere probably, but not pertinent to us, has done their DST change. So now we have a weird concern. So this meeting is 6:30 for people like Tiago and Mark. So unfortunately, we probably should look at moving it.
And Mon too. Yeah, I'll try to move it to make it a better time for those in Australia.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Mark didn't make it today because I think he's off today, but it's also really early for him too, of course. Great. That's all we had at the end of the agenda. Anything else we wanted to discuss? Great. Have a great day, everybody.